Maya's Truth by Thomas L. Ferguson. Fade in. Interior loft bedroom, evening. Maya Mitchell, 25, a beautiful, slightly overweight African-American woman, stands in front of a floor-length mirror, putting the final touches to her glamorous outfit. Having trouble with a tight pearl choker, she switches to a gold chain. Robert Lopez, 27, a smoldering Latino, steps in to help. He is also dressed to the nines. After securing her necklace, Robert smiles. They stare at themselves in the mirror, both looking regal, almost like royalty.
Why aren't you wearing that sexy red dress?
Is it too tight?
I thought tight was a good thing.
Not that tight. What's wrong with this one?
Nothing. Nothing at all. You look great in everything to me.
Yeah, right.
She applies some perfume. Robert kisses the back of her neck.
What is this perfume?
Will you stop it? We have to get going.
Baby, I've already started.
She reaches down to the front of his pants and discovers exactly what he means. They kiss passionately as they slowly drop to the floor. Interior restaurant VIP lounge, night. The very chic Charleston promenade is packed. In the back, a reserved section for a going-away party. Bored guests anxiously await the guests of honor. Mona Richards, 29, gorgeous and bold, stands near the entrance. Jasmine Jacobs, 27, a very attractive Caucasian woman, stands nearby, slightly ghetto fabulous. Rounding out the trio, Candace Littlejohn, 32, a very upbeat woman wearing a boho chic outfit.
Where are they?
Probably caught in traffic.
What traffic? It's Saturday night. Probably somewhere having sex.
Can you blame her? Girls like Maya don't get too many opportunities with guys like Robert.
I'm so happy for her. She found true love.
Mona shakes her head, then looks across the room at her bored husband, Caleb, 36, who is nursing a watered-down scotch. They make eye contact, then quickly look away.
Get your head out of the clouds. That Harlequin shit does not exist.
Put a negative energy into the universe, you get a negative result.
Hippie nonsense.
A man bashing, not cute.
Some men need to be bashed in the crotch.
We get it. Your ex cheated on you. It's been like 2 years. Gotta move on, honey.
Cheated? That man had so much extra pussy in our apartment, I had to put down kitty litter.
You are a real class act. Downtown Abbey.
Seriously, Jazz? You need to stop waiting to exhale and just breathe, bitch.
Robert and Maya finally make their entrance. Everyone seems excited to see them, all except for Mona, who walks up and whispers in Maya's ear.
Glad you could finally make it.
Sorry, Mona, we got a little tied up.
Spare me the details, Trent.
Mona walks away. Maya smiles, then follows. Interior restaurant VIP lounge, later night. The party is in full swing. Maya and company are in a private booth.
So you ready for this move, Mia?
I'll be honest, I'm scared as hell. I'm so happy for Robert.
Happy for Robert. Interesting. What about your happiness, Maya?
Maya sits back and prepares for a lecture.
Giving up your entire life for a man? A man who won't even put a ring on it?
I don't care about that whole marriage thing.
Said the girl with the wedding scrapbook.
Oh my god, I was like 15 when I made that. What's your deal?
Candace and Jasmine look away, trying to avoid the tense moment.
Excuse me for trying to look out for my best friend. Remember, I changed my whole life for Caleb. Now I have to fight the urge to put a pillow over his face at night.
What does that have to do with my relationship? Mona, I'm finally happy. Can't you, as my best friend, just be okay with that?
Robert makes you happy?
Maya looks over at Robert, who is across the room talking to one of his friends. They lock eyes and smile. Robert's friend, Walter, 35, a handsome Middle Eastern man, notices and walks away. Robert calmly follows.
I'm a lucky girl.
Interior restaurant men's bathroom, later night. Robert is washing his hands and Walter is at the next sink, gargling. He spits.
That was hot, as usual.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm gonna miss you, man.
Robert gives a fake smile. Walter waits for a verbal response but doesn't get it.
Maybe I could visit you in Los Angeles sometime.
Walter smiles and reaches for Robert's hand. Robert pulls it away.
Dude, we had a fun ride. You were a great fuck and all, but you knew this was coming.
Robert adjusts his tie and then walks away.
I'll see you out there.
He exits. Walter looks at himself in the mirror, nearly in tears. Interior restaurant VIP lounge, continuous, night.
3,000 miles away, Maya. What if you guys break up?
What if we don't?
Don't be naive. Girls will be all over him. You want to deal with that?
Guys too. Prop 8.
Candace shakes her head at Jasmine.
So basically you're saying I can't keep my man.
No, that's not what she meant.
Candace looks at Mona.
Right?
Mona says nothing. Jasmine perks up.
And I'm just saying, men are filthy pigs humping their way through life. They don't care who's underneath.
Jasmine downs the rest of her cocktail.
Okay, that's it for you. Come with me.
Are we going back to the bar?
Candace takes the empty glass out of Jasmine's hand, then ushers her to the ladies' room.
Mona, why are you doing this? Tonight of all nights. You hate Robert, that's clear, but you're really hurting my feelings.
No, baby, I'm trying to protect your feelings. You've always done this for men, changing who you are to be what they need. But what about your needs?
Mona, my mind is made up.
I just hope Robert's worth it.
Candace and Jasmine return. Jasmine basically falls face first onto the sofa. Candace sits next to Maya, trying to lighten the mood.
So, explain this whole Robert thing again. The job, I mean.
Maya slowly shifts her focus.
Well, Robert gets a 1-year retainer deal. Kind of like a paid apprenticeship. If he tests well with the audience, he's hired.
If he doesn't test well, then what?
I'll be seeing you at next year's welcome home party.
You got a job lined up.
No, don't really need one just yet. Got some savings.
You should start writing again.
Maybe.
Mona notices a sadness on Maya's face. She slowly lifts her glass.
A toast to Maya and her new adventure.
The ladies all raise a glass, except for Jasmine, who's still face down on the couch. She raises an empty hand in solidarity.
I may not agree with your choices, Maya, but they're your choices. I wish you the best. And know if things don't work out for whatever reason, you can always come back home. You can stay with me if you need to.
Jasmine chuckles.
I'd think long and hard about that one, Maya. Okay, this crazy bitch is trying to kill her husband.
I didn't say I was trying to kill him. Just thought about it.
They all laugh.
So, how are your folks dealing with this whole thing?
Maya sighs.
Don't ask.
Maya's parents' living room, morning. Robert sits on the couch in total silence. Maya slouches next to him. The only sound is provided by the ticking of a grandfather clock nearby. Across from them, Helen Mitchell, 55, sits in a chair with a judgmental stare. She's tall in stature and very refined. She gives Maya a stern look. Maya corrects her posture. Maya gestures for Robert to do the same, but he doesn't. Next to Helen is her husband, Clint Mitchell, 60, sitting in a leather recliner. He's tall, slender, and somewhat sickly. Clint looks considerably older than his true years.
So this is it, huh?
Just for a little while.
Maya looks at Robert, then at her father. Clint looks across the room at a photo of a little girl and little boy hugging. Their smiles are as big as can be. He rubs his chest as a tear falls from his eye. He calmly exits the room.
Dad, wait.
Maya tries to follow him, but Robert holds onto her hand.
Baby, we really have to get going. We have a really tight schedule.
And if you don't mind, this is a family matter, and you're not family.
Mama, please.
Robert stands. Helen also stands. They face one another. An intense standoff until Robert smiles.
I'll be in the car, Maya.
He exits.
That was totally uncalled for, Mom. You seriously gotta stop that.
I can't for the life of me understand you. Why him, Maya? All the upstanding and available black men in this town, why do you have to end up with Ricky Martin?
I don't look at race.
What about your father? Leaving your poor father for that gringo.
Mom, he's not white. God, if you're gonna be a racist, at least learn how to use the slurs properly.
I'm not a racist, Maya. I'm a realist. People can be cruel.
You ought to know.
Helen cuts Maya another scolding look. Maya walks away.
Where are you going?
Say goodbye to Dad.
Don't bother. Just go. Go on and make the biggest mistake of your life.
Why do you always do this? You criticize everything I do.
That's because you make ridiculous choices, Maya. You'll regret this one as well. Mark my words.
Thank you so much for your continued support. You're certainly in the running for Mother of the Year.
Helen stands with her hand on her hip. She will not show any emotion in their last moments together. Maya gives up, waiting for any sign of affection. She shakes her head as she walks towards the front door.
And you wonder why I'm leaving.
Maya stops.
Tell Dad I love him.
She looks back at her mother.
You too.
Goodbye, Maya.
Maya slams the door. Helen sits back down on the couch, still too angry and too proud to show her emotion. She adjusts her pleated skirt and then her already perfect hair. She sits calmly as the clock continues to tick away.